Hey, what's up everybody? Ryan Miller here from Ryan Miller Yoga. I'm a yoga teacher here on the internet. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make the best tasting pasta sauce you've ever had in your life. For this method, you do need a juicer. If you don't have a juice machine, you cannot make this pasta sauce. You can make other pasta sauces, but you can't make this specific one. So if you need to get a juicer, I got a couple linked in the description below. And once you have it, we can get started and make this sauce. So step one, over here in the crock pot on low heat, I have 4 of these small cans of tomato paste. This is what gives it that thickness. I'm going to thicken it up. And on standby, I have a can of the diced tomatoes to give it a little texture. Now from the flavor, all the flavor is going to come from the juice. We're going to juice these items here and pour it in. It's very simple. So we have a few peppers, yellow, orange, you could do whatever. A big half of an onion, a big onion. Some basil, garlic, and 2 carrots. And that's pretty much it. So just cut the stems off, cut the peppers about in half. Get this going quick. So all the flavor comes from the juice. It gives it a very strong flavor, the most flavorful sauce you've ever had in your life, and it's very easy to make. So just want to be careful with the juice. We don't want to make it too liquidy. That's why we have the cans of tomato paste already in there, but we do get the flavor. And we'll probably take a couple little basil leaves, just throw them right in here. But the rest, we juice. We juice this whole entire garlic. Gives it a lot of flavor. You won't even believe it. People have been saying they eat this sauce like soup. You just slurp it up after the pasta is done. Very easy to do once you have the juicer. The juicer does all the work. You don't need to slow cook it for hours and days on end to extract the flavor. This is going to do it for you. So as far as the order, let's get this going. Start with soft tomato. Next up the garlic. Boom. Follow immediately by the other tomato to push it through. Push the garlic through. Next the pepper. Pepper's coming through. Boom. Next up the onion. Now, with the green stuff, this doesn't do it great. The cold press does it better. So you want to follow it with the carrot. The greens, the carrot will push it through. The onion, the final carrot. I'm going to shut it off too soon. Let it roll a minute. Let it do its thing. All right. Let's see what we got. So all you got to do, just a minute or two. Just give it a little tilt. This thing will be dripping. Don't want to make a mess. So we will slide this over to catch any excess. Now this has flavor like you wouldn't even believe. I shouldn't even juice the garlic in the same container I make my regular juice because it'll leave behind a flavor. It's such a strong flavor. Now, I have the tomato paste in, and that's what's going to thicken it up. We get a shot for you here on the extra cam, second cam. So I have the tomato paste in with the basil leaves. In comes the juice. Now, you don't want to make it too liquidy. That is the challenge. We're giving it the nice flavor. But you don't want it. The color of this juice, it can be hit or miss. But the flavor is always good because the juice extracts, or the juice is the extracted flavor. Let me show you something. This stuff in here, this is the pulp. No flavor in that. So the machine does all the cooking work for you, really. You just have to heat it up. And it will be the most garlicky, peppery, onion tasting basil sauce of your life. Now, here's the deal. Stirring it up, stirring it up. Next up, a little garlic salt. We already added a whole bulb of garlic, but we still go with the garlic salt because it's good. Very good. Now, it's still nice and thick with only 4 small cans of tomato paste. So that's good. This video is really more of the method of cooking this sauce. As far as the exact ingredients, you can experiment. Now, rest of the juice in. If you think cutting an onion makes your eyes water, wait till you juice the onion. So we're going to let this simmer or cook on low heat. I don't know if simmer is the right word. I just try to heat it up. But the tricky part is keeping it thick. The juice gives it the nice, very nice flavor, but thickens it up. So finally, the diced tomatoes. Let me see, stand by, find a better spoon. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to strain out these diced tomatoes because we're already running a little bit on the thin side here with the juice. So we don't want putting this in to make it any more thin. We want it thick. So just drain these up a little bit. And then toss it in there. I'll get a little more. Probably not use this whole can. Maybe we will. In we go. Next. Stir it up. Let's see what we're working with here. Camera number 2. So it's a little orange. That pepper's coming through. But it'll end up a little more red, I think, as it all warms together, comes together. But let me see always need a little preview of the flavor before you let it sit. You have to try it. You have to make this sauce. If you don't have a juice machine, pick one up, because the things you can do like this, very good. People will think you're a professional chef. Whew. The flavor is so strong. Obviously, you have to like garlic, you have to like onion. If you don't like those 2 items, don't eat this sauce. Don't try this sauce. Don't make this sauce. If you do like garlic, onions, and peppers, this is how you should make this sauce. So now I just let it warm up. Sit here. You can add other things if you want. Cut up peppers and onions, but the thing with the juice method is the flavor is already permeated throughout the whole sauce, so you don't need to add anything else. And the consistency, to me, still good, nice and good. Adding in the diced tomatoes helps a lot, and combining the tomato paste with juice is how it's done. So several people have requested me to make this video on how to make this sauce, and here it is. Very easy to do, easy not to do. So give it a try. Let me know your spin on this method and post your recipes below. Let me know what you add or subtract and how it all goes. We'll see you on the next one.